Hi there. On this installment of KGS Game Reviews, we're taking a look at Tiny Ninjas. Hiya! Tiny Ninjas is a card management dice rolling game that plays right inside the box. In fact, as you can see here, the box unpacks into the play area. In Tiny Ninjas, you're a sensei, training powerful other ninjas and sending them to attack your opponent. Each sensei starts with 10 health, as indicated by the health dial set up here, and draws 5 cards. Randomly choose a start player, and they will begin by attacking. To attack, play 1 card at a time. To save space, you can play it right into the arena or discard pile. The top section will have an attack value and color, in addition to a possible special power, or it may just have a special power with no attack value. If there is more than 1 attack value, then you will roll the indicated die. The result will tell you what the attacking value is. Then the defender may play 1 card to defend. Using the lower section of the card and matching the color of the defense to the color of the attack, the defense value is subtracted from the attack value. The result will be the amount of damage taken. Yellow defense can defend against any color attack. The attacker can continue to play cards until they run out. However, that may not be the best idea. Once the attacker decides not to attack, that turn is over and only the defender refills their hand of cards back to 5. The defender now becomes the attacker, and the previous attacker, who is now defending, only has the cards left from their attack turn to defend with. So, attack wisely. Play continues back and forth until one sensei's health has been depleted. In the advanced game, you can choose a sensei with a special ability. Increase red or blue attack, defend 1 damage, or heal 1. But you can only use these powers up to 3 times. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start with the components. The components of this game are pretty solid. The cardboard is thick and feels strong. The card quality is really good, kind of glossy finish. Feels like it's gonna stay together for a while. The dice are really nice, custom dice, a shuriken die and a kunai die. My only concern is that the box is actually self-contained. So you open it up and you actually build the play area right in here with some of these cardboard pieces like this, right? My only concern is that after you connect them like this and you go to pull them off, you kind of bend this part down here. I think it's gonna be okay, and you don't have to use the box to play the game. You can certainly just play it on the table. But it's kind of cool chucking the dice into the game. The artwork is gorgeous, so just something to be aware of. The theme works really well, I think. You have the kunai die and you have the shuriken die, and you're literally throwing them out while you're making your attacks. Some of the cards will just give you base attacks. Some of the cards you'll have to roll a die to see what the attack value is. So it's kind of fun. You feel like you can kind of like, wata, wata. And you're playing the cards, they're ninjas that you've trained, so you're sending them out into the field to attack your opponent. So that's kind of cool. And the mechanics really support the theme. And speaking of the mechanics, you have hand management, because you are deciding what cards you're gonna play to attack. Then you have to remember that what cards you keep are what you're going to be able to defend on the next player's attack, because you're not going to be able to refill your hand. So you feel like you're really strategizing, you're planning stuff out. And you can sometimes feel like you're getting into a rhythm a little bit, but you still feel like there's enough of a game there that you're making choices without being too overwhelmed with choices, which I think helps because this game really wants to play fast. The other thing is there's no downtime in the game. You're either attacking or you're defending. You never have an off turn. You're always either playing cards or chucking dice. Does this game have a high replay value? If you went by the standard rules, which include the special power senseis, the advanced cards, the full robust version of the game, as opposed to the simpler version that is more for kids or for people just learning the game, I think that it could get not repetitive, But like I said earlier, you could kind of get into a rhythm, and you might just find that it might get a little stale over time. However, they included in the rule book, several game modes, including a solo version that you can play with what they call a CPU, which is kind of cool because I think they were really going for sort of like a video game fighting style with this board game. The other thing that they do is they actually include a list of achievements that you can accomplish, so you can kind of check off. Again, you know, suggesting a little bit of a video game feel. So there's definitely a lot to switch up the game after you feel like you've been playing it for a while. The other thing is that they encourage players to go onto their website and actually submit new game modes and new achievements to accomplish. So I think that given that they really want to build a community around this game, it feels like there would still be a lot to do even after you feel like you've played the game or solved the game. I would actually also like to see maybe a mini expansion or something, maybe add another die with a card pack or something, or even a sequel to this game I think would be really cool. Maybe not right away, but later on, maybe a different theme or a continuation of the world that they've built here. So my recommendation is, I think if you're looking for a good, fun game, something that would play well with kids, something that you can play well with kids. It plays fast, it plays right in the box. It's actually one of the few games that I feel like will travel very well. The box itself has a little bit of a magnetic seal, so I feel like you can put this in a bag, in your backpack, take it on a camping trip, and it's not gonna fall out all over the place, while you're traveling. The other thing is the artwork is fantastic. It's kind of like little chibi ninjas, which I think is kind of cool. It's very fun, it's bright. And I think that, if you're looking for something that will play in 15 minutes, that you can play while somebody's setting up a bigger board game, or if you want something that travels well, this is definitely a game that you want to check out. Again, that's Tiny Ninjas.